I'm going to be ranking the top tight ends going into the 2017 NFL season. Now, I'm going to be doing the top 5 because there's not too many tight ends that are actually viable and not, there's not a lot of tight ends that are good in general. I mean, some definitely notables are Eagle Zach Ertz, Larry Donnell, Kyle Rudolph, Dennis Pitta, a couple new rookies coming in, Evan Ingram from the Giants. So I decided to do the top 5 because, like I said, there's not too many tight ends that definitely make the impact on a team. So starting at number 5, we have Delanie Walker from the Tennessee Titans. I love Delanie Walker. He's a big freaking receiver. He can catch. He can run. He's an absolute animal. He had 800 yards last year for 7 touchdowns. The guy was a touchdown maniac. I think this year he's going to have a lot more workload. Mariota is going to be, I feel like, not dumping to him more, but a lot of times, Mariota, we don't know what his injury is going to specifically. We don't know when he's going to be completely healed and everything, and I'm just worried that Mariota is not going to be able to stay in the box for that long. So dumping it to somebody like Delanie Walker, DeMarco Murray, and their newly additioned Eric Decker is perfect. I mean, I think I have Delanie Walker staying around 800 yards this year, and I have him going upwards to 10 touchdowns. I think Delanie Walker is a fantastic tight end. He's definitely one of my favorites and definitely a fantasy favorite. At number 4, we have Tyler Eifert from the Bengals. Now, I have Tyler Eifert on number 4 because I feel like this is going to be a fantastic year for him. Sort of like the AJ Green thing. The Bengals, they're trying to be in a win now mode, I guess. It's because they can't get through that playoff hump. But Eifert had 394 and 5 touchdowns last year. That's after he came back. I believe he was injured until week 4 or 5, I want to say, because I remember picking him up in fantasy, and he went off for a little bit for me. And I love Tyler Eifert. He's a big receiver. He's a great blocking tight end. I have him going up a lot more. I have him going around 900 yards this year and upwards of 10 touchdowns. Especially because not really sure if Jeremy Hill is going to do the job at the running back position this year. I don't really know what's going to happen at the running back position, especially with the draft and everything like that. So I feel like that the receivers are going to get a lot of looks this year. So I love Tyler Eifert for this situation, and I think that I'm very confident going in that he's going to be one of the top tier tight ends. At number 3, I have Rob Gronkowski. Obviously, Rob Gronkowski is the best tight end of the game, but unfortunately, the injuries or he's riddled with injuries, and it's killing him. Okay. Last year, I don't know how many games he appeared in last year, but I know he had 540 yards with 3 touchdowns. I know the guy is an absolute freak of nature. He is inhuman. I would definitely have him at number 1. It's just I can't. God forbid he goes down, even in preseason, he might not even play preseason, but God forbid he goes down in the first 3 weeks. Like, he's had so many surgeries and so many injuries and so many off the field just nonsense. Well, like Rob Gronkowski, obviously he's huge. He's one of the best tight ends that ever played the game. I mean, he's definitely one of the most talented tight ends to play since Tony Gonzalez, in my opinion. I love Gronkowski, obviously. He's a fantastic fantasy owner, and he's a fantastic player for the Patriots. I have him. If he stays healthy, he can get 1,000 yards and probably 10-plus touchdowns this year. That's if he stays healthy. If he doesn't stay healthy, then that's why I have him so far down on the list. Number 2, I have Jordan Reed. I love Jordan Reed. He's probably the only Redskin that I have respect for. He's another guy riddled with injuries, and all those injuries he had last year, he still managed 686 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's definitely a red zone threat. If you're in the red zone, you better double cover Jordan Reed because most times out of 10, Kirk Cousins is throwing the ball to him. Because now he doesn't really have. He has Terrell Pryor, but he lost Deshaun. I believe he lost Jamison Crowder and Pierre Garcon, I want to say. I'm not sure off the top of my head. But Jordan Reed is an animal when he's healthy. Even when he wasn't healthy, he was playing fantastic football. If he stays healthy, easily 1,000 yards, 12 to 15 touchdowns, easily. As long as Kirk Cousins keeps throwing him the ball, 100%, 100%. At number 1, I have Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is a monster. 1,125 yards and 4 touchdowns last year. He just has a quarterback that isn't really that good, or he's in the wrong system, in my opinion. Travis Kelce is a great receiving tight end. He's a great blocking tight end. He's there if you need him. I have him around the same amount, about 1,000 to 1,100 yards, and I believe his TDs will soar as long as if they use him in the red zone correctly. But I think a lot of the snaps went to Tyreek Hill last year, but I think that other teams are going to be double covering Tyreek Hill, and I think a lot of teams are going to be more focused on him this year instead of Travis Kelce, which doesn't make any sense because Travis Kelce is a monster. He can line up anywhere. Love Travis Kelce. I definitely believe he will be the number 1 tight end in the league this year, if Gronkowski gets hurt. If Gronkowski doesn't get hurt, Gronkowski will definitely be the best tight end in the league. There's no doubt in my mind. I wanted to include Greg Olsen in the top 5, but Carolina is such an awkward. They're like in that awkward team phase. They're like nobody really knows what the heck they're doing. I definitely wanted to include a rookie on there, Evan Ingram. I did not like the pick by the Giants at first. I thought they wasted their pick on Evan Ingram, but then the more I saw, the more highlights I watched and everything, I think it's a great pick for them, especially with Brandon Marshall and Odell Beckham Jr. So, Delanie Walker, Eifert, Gronk, Reed, and Kelce. Simple as that.